For most of human history, the consensus about the cosmos was small and cozy. Earth sat motionless in the center of the universe, and the stars were simply points of light embedded on a rotating, spherical ceiling just out of reach. Early astronomers faced a severe physical limitation. We are trapped on the surface of our planet. We can't walk into the heavens with a tape measure to check our math. If you want to know the true distance to the night sky, you can't just climb a windmill to get closer to it. So how do you measure a distance you can never physically cross? The solution began roughly 2,200 years ago in North Africa with a scholar named Eratosthenes. In Syene, sunlight shone straight down a well. In Alexandria, a stick cast a distinct shadow. Eratosthenes realized the shadow's angle matched the Earth's curvature between them. Lines drawn down from the stick and well meet at Earth's center, forming a geometric pie slice. By calculating how many of those specific geometric wedges it took to complete a full 360-degree circle, he calculated the circumference of the entire planet. Without walking the entire globe, human intellect and basic geometry had measured it. This was the first rung on what astronomers call the cosmic distance ladder. Following Eratosthenes, other ancient astronomers like Aristarchus applied similar geometric rules to the sky, attempting to measure the relative distances to the moon and the sun. Parallax is the apparent visual shift of a foreground object against a background when you change position. Here was the paradox. If Earth moved around the sun, astronomers should see stars shift along its orbit, but ancient observers saw zero movement. Aristarchus proposed a bold solution. The stars don't appear to move because they are incredibly far away, so far that the entire width of Earth's orbit is a meaningless speck by comparison. The idea of a small, comfortable sphere enclosing the Earth dissolved. In its place was the terrifying prospect of a vast, potentially infinite empty space. It took until the 1600s for technology to catch up to the theory. The invention of the telescope finally gave astronomers the precision they needed to detect microscopic visual shifts in the night sky. Astronomers like Giovanni Cassini applied parallax to Mars. By measuring the planet's position from two widely separated points on Earth simultaneously, they could establish a scale for the solar system. The numerical results were staggering. Calculations derived from these observations put the distance from the Earth to the Sun at roughly 87 million miles, far greater than any previous estimate. This measurement provided the missing scale for Johannes Kepler's laws of planetary motion. Since the mathematical ratios between every orbit were already known, establishing the mileage to the Sun immediately revealed the distance to every other planet in the solar system. For the first time, humanity understood the true scale of our local solar system, and that meant the universe beyond it was inconceivably vast. To measure the stars themselves, astronomers needed a viewing baseline much wider than the diameter of the Earth. This diagram illustrates their solution. Astronomers used the Earth's entire 186 million-mile wide orbit around the Sun as their baseline. By taking measurements 6 months apart, they could detect the incredibly tiny parallax shift of nearby stars. The resulting measurements revealed an immense volume of space. To reach even the nearest star, you would have to take the distance from the Sun out to Pluto and multiply it by 9,000. The ancient concept of a painted ceiling was officially dead. The sky was a three-dimensional abyss measured in light years. Eventually, even the Earth's orbit wasn't wide enough. Because our atmosphere blurs incoming light, ground-based telescopes could only accurately measure the parallax of stars out to a few hundred light years. To go deeper, astronomers needed a new conceptual rung on the distance ladder. They found it in standard candles, specifically a pulsing type of star known as a Cepheid variable, which brightens and dims at a predictable rate. The logic was elegant. If you know exactly how bright a star actually is, its absolute magnitude, you can compare that to how dim it appears from Earth. The difference tells you exactly how far away it is. Armed with larger telescopes, astronomers like William Herschel saw that the stars kept going on and on with no visible end. He abandoned his earlier limited grindstone model of a contained universe. By shifting their focus from geometric angles to the properties of light and spectrums, scientists established a method to measure the vast distances to completely different galaxies. Today, the cosmic distance ladder is a highly structured system. Every new technique builds on the previous ones, allowing overlapping measurements to serve as rigorous checks on one another. A moment of wonder. We have moved from calculating the gaps between local stars to mapping a cosmic web containing billions of distinct galaxies. Through these chained measurements, we've traced the visible horizon of our universe to roughly 13 billion light-years away. At almost every point in this history, extending that tape measure was considered completely impossible by the people living through it. Humanity started out standing on a flat Earth, staring up at a rigid ceiling of embedded lights. But through relentless curiosity and applied mathematics, we learned to look past the ceiling, charting our way to the very edges of space and time.